Hello, people of YouTube. Today is another day on the channel, and Connor decided to come up today because we're going to Adams tomorrow, and he's coming up with me. So we're gonna go help our friend Alex because Alex is always having trouble with his 240, and we're gonna go help him out. So he's got the GK Tech offset rack spacers, and I guess this bolt that holds it into the rack somehow loosened up and then, fell out. So we're going to go help him out, and should be pretty good. Today, one of the things that I want to do is I want to get the subframe off of the front so that we can have that all off. The other thing that I want to do is I want to start cleaning up the engine bay and seeing what we can take out. Like, I think this fuse box can get moved because there's nothing really that ties it here except for maybe the headlight connector, which we can extend that and make that go inside. Because I really want to put a lot of this stuff inside because I'm going to be taking the AC out because it's not even in the car anymore. So I want to take the AC out completely. And I might leave the heat in. I'm not too sure yet because I definitely do want to be able to drive this thing in the fall weather and be able to stop the window from fogging up. There's a fly in here and it's annoying me. So I would definitely like to be able to drive this thing in the wintertime. And that is something that we need. So I want to try to take as much stuff out and put it underneath the dashboard as I can. So let's go help out Alex right now. Okay, so we're helping Buddy here. Dude, are you drag car now?
I mean, it's the only tires I have right now.
Oh man, look at this thing. We got this nice new set that I have not used yet, Blue Point. Just bought that thing.
I'll let you know if it has the right socket.
Oh, I already tested it.
Oh, you did?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna help Alex out right now. Okay, so we're back in the storage now. Got the 180. We got Alex's car now. Alex is gonna check a couple more things. We got some tools here to make sure that his car is gonna make it for the next month. And yeah.
With that red Loctite anymore.
Yeah. I also have tires for him, and then he has. Do you have tires, or do you have? Or do you?
I have two for my 17x9s.
Okay.
It's just you have the tires for my
10s. Yeah. So I have two tires for him, and then we can get them all back on the same rims now because he's doing some
1,000 horsepower, dude.
Yeah, he's got 1,000 horsepower KA underneath this thing, but it leaks everywhere.
Yeah.
So we're helping Alex out. We're gonna try to get him over to the farm a little bit more and help him out. Get this thing back to where it was like a year ago.
Yeah, I just need some more motivation, I guess.
Yeah. So today I did go to Harbor Freight though, and I bought I snapped two of the extensions, lent this to a friend, never got it back, and I got some picks for here. So we're gonna go ahead and put this stuff away. We're gonna do a little tiny cleanup and kind of get some stuff out of the way. I want to get the engine on the stand tonight, and I want to get this front subframe out. Because Alex needs a couple of bolts from this subframe. Obviously, we have the other 240, so he needs this bolt right here for both sides. And yeah, so we got to just help him out, get those in there, and then we can have both subframes out, and we can get this thing on the cart to roll around. And then once it's on there, it'll be a lot easier to move around. The rest is going to be tearing this stuff down. This rear subframe, we're going to give these upper control arms to Alex as well because he needs adjustable ones for his rear so he doesn't keep going through tires. And then we're going to swap all this stuff into the other car. And
do you plan on getting ISR arms or something like that? Or?
I'm getting GK Tech. Everything in the rear is GK Tech. It's all going to be pretty... I want to do everything. So the GK Tech kit, the first kit, is going to have the tension arms for the front for extra clearance, and then it's going to have the rear tow arm, caster arm, and camber arm, all in one kit. And then I'm going to do some other stuff up here in the front, like I'm sending the knuckles out from that other car to heat maker to get those welded, so that I have the Yashio factory spec knuckles. And then once all that's back in, I can get the car back in the ground and rolling again. So I just need to do that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a minute.
No, it was loose.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this red Loctite, that thing won't come loose anymore. But, all right. Let's go ahead. We're going to try to get this off. It's a weird size. It's big. So we're going to try to get this off. And then we're going to get it back onto the engine stand, which is over there. So I think me and Connor are going to try to do that right now. Yep. Okay, so this clutch here has about 500 miles on it. It's brand new. Still even got the sticker on it. Look at that. So I like running the non-lightweight flywheel, the single mass flywheel. And seems to be holding up pretty good. Still cannot find any holes on this block, so I think we're good there. We're going to now get it onto the engine stand and then just push it back off to the side. And then we're going to move Alex's car out so we can take the subframe out of this, so we can take all the bolts that we need for Alex's car off of this subframe and get this thing all set up. It's going to kind of be a little sketch when it's in the air, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so the engine is on the stand here. You can do that. The engine is on the stand. And the rear subframe's here. The transmission is over in the back there. I'm going to rearrange all this because this is getting really cluttered for my liking, and I don't like it. So we're eventually going to rearrange all this. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the front subframe so that, like I said, we give the bolts to Alex. And then we're going to go ahead and start going through the engine bay and cleaning some stuff up. You want this intercooler?
I mean, I still have the GTR one, but I mean, I'll take it, no matter. More parts on my shelf.
I'll leave it here until you decide to get a turbo. So this can be my backup one for one if I put a hole in the other one. So I'm going to get a new intercooler, a new radiator. So I'll just have backups of all these parts. If anything ever happens, I'll have a spare one of them. But we're going to start going through the front here, and we're going to take all this stuff off. I want to take the fenders off so that we can start assessing what's going on underneath the fenders and try to see like wiring and stuff like this. Like I know this side has a bunch of wiring on it. I don't really think that side does.
It's usually this side. Well, since you're a right-hand drive, it might be on this side.
It's probably this side since it's right-hand drive.
True.
So we're gonna switch. We're gonna take the fenders off because I want as little parts that could get scratched as possible. So I'm eventually gonna get some bubble wrap or something to put these fenders in. I had to put my hood somewhere and store it. Maybe I'll put it on top of the box up there so that nothing ever hits it. And we'll just get this thing bare bones on the front here. And then we'll start diving into taking all the stuff out of the engine bay. And we'll help Alex out tonight. I'm really liking this wide angle, guys. This is pretty sick because then it gets everything in the picture. So the engine's out, the transmission's out, the differential and the rear subframe's out. And then look at that. The front subframe is out. So this car is completely on jack stands now and won't be off of this for a while. I will get a fourth jack stand for the front, but at the moment we're rocking the 3. Super sketch, but you know, we're going to take the intercooler. We're going to start disassembling some of this front end here so we can get into here and really clean it and take some stuff off it and get it ready to clean up even more. I want to, like I said before, I want to clean out the engine bay and get all the junk and fix the dents and all that stuff. So we're going to start doing that. But all right, we got to get Alex's car back in here actually. Your bolts. So we got to do that. So we'll help Alex get his car back into here and we'll take off these front fenders real quick. And then we'll probably end the video maybe with finishing with Alex, but maybe not. We'll see. Okay, guys. So it's late now. We're getting ready to head on home so we can get ready for Adams tomorrow. The car is completely taken apart and it won't be back together for a while. The next time that we come here, what we're going to do is we're going to completely strip the engine bay down and we're going to clean it and we're going to get everything out of here. All the harnesses, all the oil coolers, the catch can, the oil filter relocation, the fuel pressure regulator, everything's coming out of the engine bay, brake master, clutch master, all of that stuff. We're going to take off this tray in the front and we're just going to get the engine bay completely cleaned so that we can wash it and then we can start assessing on what we need to do. Connor has a harness that I'm kind of inquiring about because I don't know if I'm going to use this factory harness for this car anymore or if I might just go completely aftermarket harness and wire the whole car up so that it's easier for me to diagnose things. Also, with the next time, we might dive into taking the whole interior apart because we need to get inside so we can start running that harness. So the only problem is we're running out of space, and I need to be able to put this stuff and store it in a good spot, which will entail doing a whole clean of the area to clean everything out. Like this little area right here, I kind of want it to be like a trash can, and then the brooms and stuff like that. I think I want to line the motors up along the back with the transmissions, and then we'll just keep going along the side right there with our wall and put the extra tires and stuff like that. Right here, I'm also inquiring about getting a 55-gallon drum so that I can store all my oil and coolant and excess gas and stuff like that that we're just taking out of vehicles. So that might be garbage can and drum right there. And then we'll just have that stuff there. I have too many motors. Like I said, somebody come pick this thing up because I don't want it. Somebody come take these tractor wheels and moped wheels because I don't want those. Get the rest of this car taken apart, and we have to figure out the Miata next week because I'm going on vacation to Connecticut for Christmas, and I want that Miata running before. So we're going to have to make a trip to Treasure Coast so that I could go get the cam angle sensor so that I could put that thing in and get that thing running. I did change out my last spark plug today. Finally got that thing into the shop and took that out. I actually have to, well, I'm thinking about it. Let's grab it right here. We need the Never Sees for those spark plugs, so we'll bring that back with us. Yeah, the Miata needs to get put together. I need to do a lot of work with the truck as well in the new year. I have a lot of plans for the new year, so just stick with me, guys, and the end of the year should be a pretty good one. I have some pretty cool videos also for when I go back up to Connecticut. My family started a tradition last year, so hopefully we can continue it this year, and I think you guys might like it. Other than that, that's about it. Catch us out there at Adams tomorrow. Connor, Alex, me. Sadly, I saw that Chris had to go home, so we won't be seeing Chris this time. I'll see him maybe at Christmas time if he's around. But other than that, guys, that's it. If you guys like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, do the good stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow if you guys are there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.